Welcome to this video. It is a brief review of a lovely, lovely deck with a wonderful concept. And the deck is called Healing for the Broken Heart. And this is a concept of an oracle deck that was created by Nicole Guillaume. And this is her image here. And she said this is a deck that it's designed to help people get through heartbreak, troubles, issues. Her artist is Margarita Bourkova, and this is Margarita. And the deck is for anyone that's gone through financial hardship, abusive relationship, broken relationships, loss of a loved one, loss of a job, any kind of loss or experience that you might have that you feel that you need healing. In this deck, there are 47 cards. The card backs are absolutely beautiful. Hope you can see this. I'll put some better images in a moment. But you've got an ocean tide coming in, washing over kind of a curved arrow here, and it's washing over it. And really peaceful imagery on the back. It's a matte finish, not a gloss. It's got the cardstock, whatever she used, is the nicest cardstock I've ever seen on any oracle deck. Has almost a velvety feel to it that is just delightful to touch. And the thickness of the cards is absolutely perfection. They're rugged and thick without being box feeling or cardboardy. They just have a really lovely feel and they shuffle gorgeously. The cards themselves are broken into 4 different groups. So she has the first cards that are 1 to 10 that are considered validation cards. So let me show you a few of what those look like. So these are cards that are raw emotions that we feel when we are going through a heartbreak. And you'll see that these are some heartbreaking images, and the people that are going through them will identify deeply with them when they see these. I know I did when I picked up the cards that randomly came up for me to represent my experience. These cards are, people may be afraid that this is difficult for people. No, if you're going through it, you already feel this and you'll identify with it. When you get to cards 11 through 28, this is 7. So let's go up to 11. Then we start getting to cards that are more action cards. So these are cards that are activities that you can do that will help you through the healing process, whether it's a boundary, all the different things you can reach out and do to heal. As you start to kind of get through that heartbreak and trauma, these are things that the deck may suggest that you do, or you may just want to go right to it and say, this is perhaps what I need to do. This is journaling. And then we get into cards that are called the healing cards. So as we get to card 29 to 46, I'll get right to that. So now these are cards that they describe the experiences and the feelings that we have as we start to navigate through. This is my favorite card in the whole deck. As we start to navigate through that healing process and the heartbreak, and we start to kind of get on stronger ground. Wonderful, wonderful cards. Beautiful one here. I absolutely love this one. And then as we get to cards 43 up to the last one, 47, we have what is referred to as focus cards. And the closest thing I can compare these to is something like a significator card. So whether there is, say, a loss of a pet, or if there's a financial issue, these are all things that we can focus on during a reading to help ground us and remind us of what we might be reading about. I also found these cards were very useful when I put them into the deck and randomly just shuffled them into the deck when I did my reading. Rather than break the cards into the 4 groups, I just let the cards bring themselves forward as they found it necessary. And the cards actually told me a really important story, and the significator cards became a part of the story. There's a free PDF that comes with it, which is great because you can download it onto your iPad or your iPhone and you can travel with it. And Nicole she also offers a certification course. So if you really want to go deep into the system and learn a whole lot more and become familiar with it so that you can use it with clients, there's a wonderful course that she offers. The book that she has in here goes through every single one of the cards. So she introduces why she created the deck and the experiences she went through. And it speaks of every card with a little brief piece of information about each card. And she does stress that if you see something different in the card than she mentions, that you should really pay attention to this because it probably has very significant information and meaning for you. At the very end of this, she also offers some spreads that you can use that can be either very brief, as well as she has a 3-card spread and up to a 5-card spread. She also has a pyramid spread with a link to it where she gives a video on how she uses the cards with a sample of it. And this was my epiphany. I was so worried about breaking the cards into 4 groups and doing it right. And when I went to her pyramid spread video, which was, I believe, about 12 minutes long, it all became very clear to me, and I was able to do the reading. And even though it seems like a spread that has a whole lot of cards in it, because the pyramid spread does have a whole bunch of cards. I'll show you a picture of that in a moment. But it seems like it would be very tedious to go through, and it's actually kind of an epiphany to yourself, and it's not as hard as it seems. Each card has very significant information that is not too hard to pull. So from her PDF, here's the link, and there's an actual video of Nicole talking where she goes...
We need the soul healing spread. And as you can see, the soul healing spread,
which is nice because she goes through the whole process with you. And if you like to have it in a slower version, we can actually print and download. She actually gives a link to that as well, which was really helpful to me. This video is 28 minutes long, and it was very enlightening for me to go through. And you can see how she experiences the cards in different ways than she puts in her actual PDF and what the cards mean. So it allows you the ability to feel a little more freedom when you're reading them for yourself or for a client. So I highly recommend this deck. I'm going to go through some of the images and just kind of show you what they look like without speaking, but I just like you to get a better look at them to see what they look like. And if any of you are going through a healing process, depression, trauma, have clients that are seeking help from you on these topics, this is an excellent resource to depend on to help people go through some of the darkest shadow times of our life, to help them get up to a better place and work through and understand their experiences better. Thanks, Nicole, for creating this wonderful deck. And now let's take a look at some of the pictures of the cards. So we have heartbreak, lost, feeling lost, denial, sadness. This came up for me. Feeling overwhelmed, going through cycles, regret, feeling shattered, confusion. I also see this as decisions coming to a point where you have to really make a choice. Anger. Reaching out. Boundaries. Change things up. And solitude. Reflection. This came up for me as well, multiple times. And journaling, first aid. What do you need to do to make yourself create emotional first aid kit? Prayer and meditation. Time with friends. Healthy habits. Escape. Time, treating yourself, create, volunteer, balance, making lists, courage. This was one that came up for me over and over as well. Awakening. Compassion, my favorite card. Hope, another beautiful card. Peaceful. Forgive. Moving on. Growth. inner child, renewal, wholeness, feeling whole, putting the pieces together, joy, safety, rest, and I saw this as a pet, which is not her original meaning. These are our focus cards, so we have career, money, dreams, family, and love. This deck also comes with a beautiful purple satin-like deck that you can use for carrying it. Beautiful, lush bag. This deck can be purchased at guidingechoes.com, and you'll see at her website when you click on the Guiding Echoes information, Healing for the Broken Heart information there. You will see that what comes up is a wonderful video that will give you more information on how to use these cards and what they offer you. So I invite you to visit this website and check out more about this wonderful deck of cards that has a very important purpose. Enjoy. Highly recommended.